You are live. If anyone is going to watch, then welcome. First show back for me. Here with Mark, and we'll see if we can get a few others on throughout the night. We shall see.
Yeah, man, we missed you yesterday?
Yeah, it was last night, I think it was it?
No, day before.
The day before. Can't remember. Time's gone quick. First pick is in.
Yeah.
It's got to be Hutchinson.
Could equally be Walker. They've taken Walker.
Ooh.
That man's face is not enthused. He is not enthused at all. Like, he's secured the bag, so he's all right. Do you know what I mean? But he is not happy.
There's so many people there. He's standing there for like 4 hours straight.
I put a little fiver on Hutchinson because I thought they would take him.
Surprised he didn't, to be fair. I'm surprised.
This is interesting for Atlanta. This is interesting because the Lions will 100% take Hutchinson.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, if the Jags had taken Hutchinson, it wouldn't have been too bad. Because realistically, but I think Thibodeau potentially falls to us now. Or is it a distinct possibility now?
There's a big chance because I didn't think they'll take Walker first. I thought it was Hutchinson. I think most of the mocks was Hutchinson straight away.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Walker has been amazing for the Bulldogs this season.
Yeah.
Right. But if you look at the production numbers, it's not even close to Hutchinson. Not even close. But Jaguars do what the Jaguars do.
They might be second pick next year. They might improve the place. You never know.
I mean, I was saying this on the Lions podcast earlier on. Like, they've made some really questionable decisions, man.
Definitely.
Like, really questionable. Like, they've just paid some really weird people a lot of money. Like Evan Ingram, some of the boys on my football team, they're mad Giants fans. They were like, the guy can't catch a ball. And they've taken arguably the Cardinals' third best receiver and paid him like $20 million a year. It's crazy.
The money for wide receivers is somewhat absolutely ridiculous at the moment.
Shockingly enough, Detroit's taking straight in.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I bet they're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, Hutchinson. Right. Anything can happen now. Anything.
Who's next on the board? Texans now, isn't it?
Now, if the Texans don't take Thibodeau, he could well fall to us now. Because I think the Jets will take cornerback. I think the Jets will take Sauce Gardner. I reckon you've got like Evan Neal, offensive tackle, to go. I think there's a lot that can happen right now. This is fucking brilliant. Oh, I love the draft so much. This is fucking sick.
I think Hutchinson would rather have chose Jaguars over Detroit, or do you think
Not really. I was saying this to some of the Detroit boys, like when. Like, because they were asking me about like kind of how like what I was thinking about, what's happened with us over the past year, and I said, well, ironically, you guys were in the same position a year ago that we're in now. Just kind of like loads of needs, not sure about the QB, etc., etc. And I really, really wouldn't be, they're just kind of like a year on. They're getting a bit better.
Yeah.
But, new head coach, quarterback, etc., etc. And there were so many people who thought Malik Willis was going to go to the Lions too.
I think earlier in the season, a lot of people were saying it because Goff was having an absolute shitter, to be fair, and it was like, we need to sign up.
Yeah, but the Lions didn't lose games because of Jared Goff.
Oh, no, not at all. There's the odd game that, but the whole team was. Well, that's why they've been so shit for so many years. It's just like a constant.
Lions lost so many games just because they had so many holes, which is why we'll lose games this season.
Yeah.
But I still don't think we'll lose games. I don't think we'll lose as many games as people think we will. I think Mariota is going to surprise a few people. I stand to that. I know I'm the
optimist.
I know I'm the really optimistic one out of all of us, but
they must be buzzing with that pick, though.
If I was Detroit, I'd be really, really happy. Like I said on the show the other day, I think we're going to take a quarterback tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because Detroit have got the 31st pick.
Yeah.
No, 32nd because they got off the Rams. They've got the 32nd pick and the 34th pick. If Ridder, Corral, or Howell are still on the board, then I think they'll get a phone call off us.
Ooh. I don't mind that. I just don't want a quarterback at 8 for me. Is too high. I think if we trade down.
I think Malik Willis will end up at the Saints.
Oh yeah, they're definitely taking a quarterback. Well, they got 2 picks in a row. What was it like? Is it 2 in a row? I think it's 2.
It's in really, really quick succession.
Yeah, not like 17 and 19. Sort of, Houston's picks in.
Unless the Steelers really want him. And if the Steelers really want him, I'd take the phone call. I'm going to be right back.
Always.
Oh, Texans pick is in. Right, this is going to decide a lot. A lot.
I think they go defensive. All line.
Wow! Wow! That's big.
That's
This is big, bruv.
fucking hell.
Woo! That is massive. Stingley's been out for like a year with an injury. That is huge. How could you take him over Sauce? I'm sorry. The Texans continue to do Texans things. What the fuck? How? How are you justifying that with a third pick? He's good, don't get me wrong, but off the back of an injury? No.
When you've had an injury for a whole year, it's a big one. I did think he was going to, definitely thought like top, I don't know, 14, even 12. I could see someone taking him, but I didn't expect, because Houston have got another pick as well.
That is huge.
Well, this is changing stuff for us.
Thibodeau could very, very well fall to us now. That is crazy.
If he does, if he's there, you're taking him. There's no.
No
100%.
But in the same breath, the only thing I can think of right now is if the Giants, I mean, possibly the Jets, but I think the Jets are going to take Sauce. If the Giants take Thibodeau, that means Evan Neal, the offensive tackle, potentially is still there. And I'll be honest, if Evan Neal's there, we need to snap him up straight away. Like, Thibodeau is obviously the big thing.
Yeah.
But if Evan Neal's there, we've got ourselves a stud of an O-lineman. Oh my God, I still can't believe that. That is such a mad pick at 3. Over Sauce.
I thought, yeah, I know what you mean. I'd go with Sauce Gardner over him. Definitely.
I chucked a cheeky 5 on Jermaine Johnson falling to us, but which to be fair, I wouldn't be unhappy with that. He's a very, very good edge rusher, but I'm just not sure.
I've
got a feeling
I think the Giants could go for him. Could go for that Theodore. I don't know why.
Yeah, but like I say, if the Giants go for Thibodeau, that means we get Evan Neal, and they
obviously need both, don't they? That's the difference. So do we, to be fair, but they need to protect Jones. I think
I suppose the thing is that if they go Thibodeau over Evan Neal, that's essentially saying to them, yeah, that quarterback we drafted that we've, put all this time into and he still hasn't performed. Yeah, we ain't going to protect him.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'd be happy with either, but I mean, anything can happen right now. Like, I knew there was going to be something. I knew one of these teams were going to throw a fucking grenade into the works. That I could feel it. I could feel it coming, man.
Who do you think is going to be the first? What team's going to trade up or trade down first?
I don't think there's a lot of value in anybody doing it.
I don't think anyone in the top 10 is going to.
I think
if someone comes in at 9 behind us.
It feels to me like the Steelers are the only ones, and it just depends who they like. It just depends who their guy is. Like, it feels like, apart from the Saints, they're the most QB needy team, unless they're going to roll this year with Mitch Trubisky. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. But fuck me. Oh, pick us in. Come on, Jets. My best mate's a Jets fan, so. It's got to be Sauce. It's got to be Sauce. Surely. I love this boy. He's going to be a stud. He's so good.
Where do you think Jordan Davis goes?
I don't think until like maybe he makes sense to someone like the Vikings or maybe he's even later. You might see him drop into like the 20s. I like him, but he's got limitations. Like at that size, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, like everyone was like, oh, the combine, like this 300-pound guy ran like this time or whatever. It doesn't mean you're going to be a good defensive lineman. Like, he's got potential and he's a Georgia boy, and you know, God love him. But I don't know. I think he falls into the 20s, if I'm honest. Oh,
Saucy.
Sauce, is it?
Yeah. Had to be, didn't it? Had to be.
Yeah, and that's a brilliant pick. I was screaming about him like weeks ago, but at the same time, we don't need to waste that pick on. We've got one elite cornerback. Realistically, you don't need another one.
Who's the guy we just brought in as well?
Casey Hayward.
Yeah.
From the Raiders. That was a really good pickup. Like, he's a really solid cornerback. So
them two work out. We know what AJ can do, but if the other guy picks it up and comes straight into the scheme,
I'm sure later on in the draft there's a guy called, I'm sure it's like Booth Jr. I think is his name, and he was AJ's opposite corner when AJ was at Clemson. So if they're really, really thinking about going for corner, you'd kind of think about that. But like, I just can't see it. I think corner is really not a position we need to draft. And if we get Thibs here, this is a game changer. This is a game changer. Look at that! Look at that, man. Look at that, man. I like that little camera angle they've got when they look in the mirror. That's good. That's really cool.
Yeah, because last year was a lot more like COVID-wise as well, so it's good to see it a bit.
Oh, mate, this is so much better. So much better.
I can remember watching the first one, like when obviously COVID started. Obviously, the commissioner was doing it in his bloody basement. It's gone the wrong way. He went the wrong.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not, you know, it wasn't the way to do it, but I mean, I get obsessed with this every year now. Like, I've spent the last fucking week and a half every night, like even in the gym. I'm in the gym sitting just fucking plying through film. And I think now that I play the game, like I've got a much more, like a much bigger appreciation of like what different positions do and stuff. Look at that man go. Oh, he's fucking brilliant. That is so good.
9 interceptions. Because the Jets have got they've got another pick on me as well.
Yeah. I think they're picking like 11 or
10.
12 or something. 10, is it?
I've got a mock draft here, what someone's done. They've got Drake London. What they're going to take.
Yeah, but I mean, I would imagine in that draft, Thibodeau's already gone by this point.
Oh yeah, Giants took him.
Oh, Giants took him. Right. Okay. So
and then we went Jermaine Johnson. This is just one more off the internet straight away. God, Seattle at 9. Fucking
Look at those
Jets fans are absolutely loving
it. The guy's so good, man. Although I would be a tad concerned that he's turning up to the draft with all them fucking massive chains on and shit. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it's a style and stuff, but when you go, oh, hope he's not one of them.
I know what you mean. Fucking hell, he looks well young. He looks about 18.
Yeah, he does look young, doesn't he?
I don't look old, but he looks like young.
Highest drafted cornerbacks.
What is it? There's 2 in the
first. We drafted a cornerback in the first 2 years ago. So that's such a stupid graphic. Unless highest rated. So because remember when we took AJ, he actually was projected for the second round, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Which is it's another one of those things, isn't it? You know, you kind of go, well, you know, this is still a lottery. You know, a lot of these picks.
It is. Well, it's a lottery. Like whether you're looking back at like last, I think 10 first round picks. A couple ain't even in the league anymore. Some are backups, and that's just like the first. That's literally the first pick. So,
well, I was
all the time, isn't it?
I was chatting to them Lions boys, and they were like, "Oh, do you not wish you'd used the 4th pick last year to get a QB?" And I was like, "Oh, Giants picks in straight away." And I was like, "Can you tell me which one of those QBs from last year did anything?" And they were like, and I was like, "Look, you know, it's a fact. You know, would we have been able to protect Justin Fields? No, would we have been able to."
The thing is, you wouldn't have even. There's no chance he would have even started last year if we.
Well, exactly. That was kind of my point. So it was kind of like, do I regret it? No, because we would have had to take a 60 million cap hit rather than a 20 million cap hit. So, right, who they got? This is the big one for us. What's McLovin doing up there? He looks very happy to be there. He's very happy.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Guess
taking him?
Yeah.
They're taking Thibs. Interesting.
I think it was one of them where they was like, they didn't think he would fall, so it's like, we've got to take him.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And, it's Make-A-Wish. Shit, I feel really bad for taking the piss out of him now. That's a big pick for the Giants. But again, like if I'm Daniel Jones, I'm sitting there, right? And I'm going, okay, good. I've got another season of being flat on my back. Although I like his suit. I'll give him that. Man's got style.
Fucking them Giants fans are going mental then. Twats.
That's a bit of a gutter. I got a little bit excited there for a second. He's a big boy. Look at the size of him. Oh,
It's a bit of a dampener, isn't it, when you think about it?
well, not
Especially
really.
when I just thought it
Not
would
really, because we're kind of back to square one, isn't it? So, who's between the Giants and us?
Panthers are next.
Panthers and who?
Panthers and then Giants again.
Ah, right, okay. Right. I wondered why I had the Giants in my head.
So the Giants have got 2, so they're probably going to go for Neil if. I
Who
feel
did
the Panthers will
Giants
take.
for a first round pick?
Oh no, I got this wrong. Oh, no,
Is it
yeah,
the Giants?
yeah, Carolina, then New York Giants again. I didn't know they had 2 in the space of the first 10.
So where did that pick come from? The Giants then?
Chicago from last year when they drafted up for
Oh, when they
Fields.
yeah, because they came up for Justin Fields, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
they're going to go for either
actually,
Neil or
I'm kind of, well, a lot hinges on this pick as well, because you got the Panthers. If the Panthers take a quarterback, which I don't think they're going to.
they got that the other offensive tackle, that Ekwonu.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I think the Giants are either taking one of them two. It just depends who they say now.
You might find now that the well, if both offensive tackles come off the board, then it's a case of we go either wide receiver or we go for Jermaine Johnson. I put a little fiver on Jermaine Johnson.
I'd rather go Jermaine Johnson. I think that would excite me more. I don't know why.
I don't know, Cal. I think there are some real strengths to. It's going to be Garrett Wilson or it's going to be Drake London.
Yeah,
and like they've both got talent. Like there's it's. I don't think taking either of those wide receivers at 8 is really a bad thing, because we need to improve the wide receiver room. We need to. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be clicking my heels like I would have been if we'd got Thibs, but I don't know. It's not a bad thing. Now it's kind of like, look, if one of the, because you've still got Charles Cross. And I think you've, if realistically you've got what was the guy's name? Ekwonu.
Yeah.
So you got Ekwonu, Neil, and Charles Cross. I don't know. Like you kind of go, well, they. I don't know. I think I would rather take an offensive lineman, but it's. You've now got potentially one of those three offensive linemen, and then you've got Jermaine Johnson, and then you've got a wide receiver. I don't know. Wide receiver doesn't really feel like the right thing to do when you've got potentially a really good offensive lineman or a really good edge rusher there.
No, I agree, and I think that when I watched some of the show back the other day, I think because we got like 4 picks tomorrow as well, 2 in round 2 and 2 in round 3. You're definitely going to pick up a wide receiver there, and I think
and
there's definitely quite a few ones with that.
There's a guy who plays for the Gators, and I think it'll probably be like 4th round, maybe. He's called Damian Pierce. He's a little psychopath, running back, and I'm really hoping to take him because he'll just give us something different, man. I can't call it. I genuinely can't call it. This is why I love the draft. I love it. Carolina must be on the clock by now.
They go in. They're gonna go all line.
I think the likelihood of us taking Hamilton now is 0. Pick is in. I still can't believe Stingley went that early. That's fucking insane. And I genuinely think the Giants possibly went Thibs because Stingley had gone.
And I think they took him for a safe option because I feel like because they have the next pick anyway.
Yeah.
There's 2 offensive linemen that they're going to take one of them. There's a guarantee. Whichever one's there, I think they'll be happy with. But maybe they thought, even though the Panthers were very unlikely to take, and they didn't want to take the risk.
Panthers took Ekwonu. Oh, that's a big implication in the quarterback question. Oh, could we take Willis? I don't know. I don't think I'd hate it, but I don't know. Or maybe it's like a little trade back and then take. I don't know. A little trade back with a 2nd round pick and Malik Willis. You could tickle my balls on it, like I wouldn't. You could give him a little tickle, and I wouldn't be disappointed. It's all kicking off. I'm going to be pickled by the time Atlanta pick.
10 minutes is too long. They don't need 10 minutes. There's no chance they need 10 minutes to make a decision.
Like, I just don't understand where Jacksonville ended up taking so long on that first pick. Like, surely they knew.
They did it last year, though. Like, they literally waited like 7 minutes, and everyone knew they were going to take Lawrence. But even then, it's 10. You don't need 10 minutes ever. Well, this guy's got a white suit on, green, and then now.
I like it. I watched an interview with him earlier on. It's because
I like the suit. It just doesn't match the blue Panthers bit.
It's because he's Nigerian. And he was chatting to someone. I can't remember who it was. It was one of these interviewers, and he was talking about his Nigerian background and stuff. I think that's why he's got the stripes on his suit. I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I couldn't pull it off, but that is a paisley white suit as well. This man's got style, bro. Oh, he's grown up being a Carolina Panthers fan. Oh, well, never mind. We didn't want him anyway. Fuck him.
He looks an absolute beast, to be fair.
He's a big fella. Evan Neal's bigger, but I don't know. Kind of feels like he goes to Giants now.
Our pick. The thing is, like, because there's a few people off the board, our pick can literally go from a quarterback
Giants pick
to a wide receiver.
Giants picks in already.
Oh, it's Neal in it. It has to be. There's literally no.
If they take Neal, that means Cross is still on the board. So our pick's far from being decided now. Because
we'll be getting calls at the moment asking someone to trade up.
If it gets us an early second, I think they'll probably trade back a little bit. I don't know if they'll trade back as far as Pittsburgh, though.
Oh, no. That's if you had next year's. You'd have to have a couple of firsts. You have at least next year's.
I'm not sure if you'd manage to get next year's if you're only at 8. It depends how much somebody really likes somebody. But I don't see it.
I think the Steelers just want to be ahead of the Saints, don't they? That's the problem.
Yeah, and I'd really, because I like Willis, I'd really prefer him not to go down the road. Because I'd have to instantly hate him, and that's just that's.
Oh, we're actually on the clock now.
Here we are.
Yeah, the pick's in. Obviously, like you said, but obviously it's not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uh-oh. Twitter's going to explode. Whichever way it's going.
Yeah, they've taken Neal. It's a shame. But that still leaves Charles Cross on the board. Oh. Right, it's got to be Johnson. It's got to be Jermaine Johnson or Charles Cross, unless we're trading back.
Oh. Fucking hell. One for you, Mark. I think that's what you said, didn't you? You think it's going to be him?
John Johnson. Yeah, I mean, Johnson seems like the logical choice. But then again, if they want to take O-line, then Cross is there. I mean, he's also he's an animal. I mean, I seen him in mock drafts earlier on going as high as second. So I I don't know. I'm. It's a toss-up. Either way, I'm happy. Either way, I'm happy. I think it's just whether we do fucking something
bizarre.
Now.
Safe, be fucking kicker. That's it. Straight in there. Fuck it.
And we may well do
the Giants though with them two players. That's a cracking two players straight away.
To get them two. That's honestly it's outstanding. Do you think Roger Goodell hates draft night just because he has to get cuddled by really, really big fellas?
First comes on stage, he gets booed the shit out of, and then it's get fingered by everyone.
Wow. Wow. There was a video there of him like doing box jumps, and he's jumped about 14 foot in the air between two massive boxes and got one leg on the front box and one leg on the back box. That's for a guy his size, that's insane. Right, we ain't on the pick isn't in yet.
It always makes me nervous. That it means they're not sure.
Well, it might mean they're on the phone.
Even if someone wanted to trade at 1, you'd still get like fucking something. I don't know why anyone, or even 2 maybe, and you'd still get a player that you want, depending who.
Well, it depends.
Oh, fuck no.
It depends who they want, doesn't it? I mean, if they've genuinely got their eye on somebody, pick us in.
After us?
Pick us in. Pick us in, bitches.
Shit.
Here we go. Come on. Come on, Jermaine Johnson. Win me some money, please.
How much do you win off it?
40 quid.
Not bad.
Although my dark horse that I've been fucking talking about for ages, Kyle Hamilton at safety. Guys are stud. I'd be happy with that. Hang on, here we go. Drake London at 8.
Oh.
Listen. Cool. Yeah. I don't hate it. He's a big boy. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think we would, but
I didn't expect it.
Let's do it. Listen, we got a 1.
He's number 1. Pitts with another 1,000-yard.
Listen. These, I'm sure London's like 6'4". Pitts is like 6'6" or something like that. Like we've got, that's fuck it.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Thanks, Siri. Listen, let's go. We've got a receiver threat, But I do think that what this fucking means, and don't get me wrong, right? Like, I wasn't high on a wide receiver in the first, but I mean that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick at all. The guy is big, and along with fucking Pitts, we've genuinely got a fucking receiver threat now. I still think a quarterback's coming tomorrow. Genuinely. See what Drake's got to say. Twin Tower. Woo! You can't be coming out here saying shit like that, bro. NFL comparison: Drake London compared to Larry Fitzgerald. Holy shit! That's a comparison. Yo, Christian, how's it going?
Not too bad yourself.
Are you going to come on here and moan?
Sorry.
Are you going to come? I mean, you sound like you're in space. Are you coming on here to moan?
I'm okay with pick. I would have preferred Jermaine Johnson, I must admit.
Yeah, I wonder, because there is potentially, and I mean obviously it depends how the rest of the first round goes, but you potentially got Karlaftis and Abigate, I think is what his name is, in the second round. So I don't know whether you look strength and edge there.
Edge has definitely got to be taken in second. Can't go in with just Lorenzo Curtis.
No. I agree with that. I think they must have someone outlined in the second, because I mean surely we can't go through this whole draft without an edge.
No chance. It would shock me if defensive tackle taken as well in the second round. Get Grady some help.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't. They've went out and got a one, which which let's face it, we were so far away from having.
Why that was needed.
And I did kind of get I got the feeling that it might have been like a Pickens second round kind of thing. But listen, they need to build that wide receiver room. I don't hate it.
Are we just gonna say Pitts is basically a wide receiver? Like,
but he's not. And he's not playing in that system. I think
we still need a tight end this year then. More of a blocking tight end.
Yeah, and I think I think they'll pick one up, but I think it'll be in like the 6th or the 7th.
I don't think so. I think there'll be. I don't think so. I think there'll be a tight end picked up in a undrafted free agency. Because I mean, they got Ferguson to be the number 2 tight end.
Yeah. And he
And
is,
they've got
and to be
Parker
fair,
Hesse.
he is more of a predominantly blocking tight end.
Yeah.
I got the feeling last year that, like, I don't know what it was, but I just don't think that Hurst kind of fit into that tight end 2 role that Smith wanted. And I mean, I liked Hayden Hurst, but you know, he couldn't block for shit. So you know, I mean, even if we do pick something up like undrafted, whatever, you know, even if just fucking block, just block, just give Kyle Pitts something, for God's sake. So yeah. Oh, Seahawks pick is in. Is it all kicking off on Twitter, Carl?
Yeah, no one's happy. Absolutely fucking no one.
No.
I was dreading it being Malik Willis.
Yeah. I mean, I still stand to it that I think we take a quarterback in second.
I think someone like Sam Howell is a possibility.
I think Howell, Coral, maybe. Just depends how the chips fall. If Ridder's there at 32 or 34, I'd probably give Detroit a call.
Yeah.
But I stand to it. I still think I still think they go for it.
Yeah.
Who's that? Charles Cross. Yeah, cross to the Seahawks.
Good pickup for them. I think going out last.
Well, Jesus Christ, Drew Lock's going to need all the fucking help he can get. Let's face it.
They're not going anywhere. Good pickup.
That's a really interesting pick. I mean, like I say, I don't hate it at all.
I think this draft's like this is massive compared to like last year's where half the picks are like iffy at the moment. I know it's only the first year, but I think for the
London's only 20 years old.
That's a massive benefit. Like most times 22, 23, ain't it?
Another promising fact is he missed 4 games last year, still top 12,000 yards receiving. He is athletic as fuck, and he'll be a permanent fixture for quite a while. He doesn't have to be the number 1 immediately due to a certain Kyle Pitts.
Say again, sorry, Christian. I can't hear you. Your mic's pretty muffled.
He had 1,000 yards receiving last year. He's athletic as fuck, and he doesn't have to be number 1 immediately, so it's less pressure on him because of a certain Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, at least he's giving the offense something to work with. You know what I mean? Like, the wide receiver room, you'd argue, is probably the weakest area, probably apart from edge, which is fair enough. But like, I suppose it's kind of like can they, like, they obviously think that they can get something out of those kind of second round class edges as much as they can Jermaine Johnson. I mean, I would have preferred Johnson, don't get me wrong, but like I don't hate the fact that they just fucking went, we'll take the best receiver available that we think fits our system.
After Thibodeau was taken, there was only 3 logical picks for this: London, Garrelson, or Jermaine Johnson. So definitely a case of best player available for me. And he fills an immediate need, and wide receiver was taken anyway, so why not?
Who's Seahawks quarterback this year?
Drew
Drew
Lock.
Lock.
Oh shit.
DK Metcalf will be
I
happy.
mean, that's also got time to change. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, Seahawks could take a quarterback late in the second round, depending. I mean, like once you get into that sort of like late second round, third round, you know, probably who's going to be there? Carson Strong, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, again, you know, if, at that point, you might just want to just have a punt on him. And then if Drew Lock doesn't work out, at least you've got someone to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, Jets pick is in. Yo!
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
It's going all right, man. What's the consensus on this pick, man?
Well, if you're looking at Twitter, the consensus isn't very good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I said to Cal earlier on, I don't hate it. I don't. I'm surprised, but I don't hate it.
I mean, we're not gonna know for a few years, right? So I'm shocked though. I'm honestly very shocked. With all the talent on defense that was still there. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, luckily we've got 2 picks in the second, 2 picks in the third. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of holes to still be filled with those picks. But man, wow, I was very surprised.
I think there'll definitely be a few that drop. Maybe not the top ones, drop to the second. I think there was a player who, for the Raiders, took in the second round last year, but it was projected the Raiders take in the first round. So that's obviously another 32 picks later. That even everyone was like, "How's he dropped that far?" I can't remember who it was off the top of my head.
There you go. Straight off the bat, Jets take Garrett Wilson at wide receiver as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean that tells me that there was interest in those boys, like,
Yeah.
and they've made a call, and I think, like I was saying to the boys earlier on, I think realistically, we're weak in certain areas, and I do wonder whether they've looked at Jermaine Johnson, who was kind of my defensive pick that I thought they would probably go for on the edge. Whether they just think, well, we can pick up Ebikite or Karlaftis in the second round, who could be just as productive as an edge as Johnson. Yeah. So I don't hate it. Like, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not jumping for joy. Like, I'll be honest. Round about like pick 4, I was kind of like, if Thibs falls, like I'm
so excited.
I'm gonna abuse myself.
Yeah,
but,
I was so excited.
But I respect it. They've gone balls to the wall, and like you kind of have to go. Well, look, it's on you now. Go make it work.
Yeah, I mean,
it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse.
I mean, Drake. I mean, look, if Drake hadn't broken his ankle, I think him and Jameson Williams would have been like 1A, 1B. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. And if he's awesome. We don't know if he's awesome for 5 years. I mean, I remember when we traded up to pick Julio, the consensus was, Julio and who was it? AJ Green were like, everyone thought AJ Green was going to be the better wide receiver, and Julio obviously ended up being the best. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It's just so weird. I mean, I really thought we'd take Kyle Hamilton there, to be honest with you. I really thought we'd take it, but
I've been shouting for Kyle Hamilton for a good couple of weeks now, yeah. and I think there's a part where you just kind of go, right, okay, who fits into the scheme more based on like how many gaps you have. Yeah. And I think like if you've got, I think like I don't know where I heard this idea, but I'm sure like Pitts is like 6'6". London's like 6'4". Like if you've got that much height as a receiving core, like you've got a little bit of an advantage, like especially against smaller cornerbacks. So again, I'd love to see the dude ball out. Like
we can't root against him. That's the thing. You could be like, I didn't like it, but you got to root for him, right? He's a Falcon now, so let's go.
I think the more I think about it, you have to kind of take a step back and go, is there more value in those second round edges or in those second round receivers? And I think if we're being honest about it, like there's probably at least going to be one or two second round edges that can still do a job against the second round receivers where you're like, we hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a couple of receivers in that second round that are coming off injuries, and it's like, I don't know, London's only 20 years old. I just found out. I was like, really? So
he's also huge. That's the other big thing that Arthur Smith really values, and that's also worked in the NFL. He's a big dude, and there was only like 4 guys in that in the class that were like. George Pickens. I know a lot of people want us to take him in the second. But George, he's fast, but he's a really small framed guy, and you need that. And they were showing when we picked Drake, they were showing how his size is huge. You can just overtake corners. So we'll see. I don't hate it either, but I'm also I'm just surprised. I just feel like our defense has more holes, and it's like I don't know. Anyway. But
I don't notice the Saints have just moved up to 11th.
Oh, they did. Are you think I'd take Malik?
Yeah.
With this London pick, it wasn't a reach by any stretch of the imagination. It was a decent pick, but it just feels odd timing.
I did say at the beginning where it was just me and Carl chatting, like I did think that if Malik landed anywhere, it was going to be in New Orleans.
I thought Pittsburgh, to be honest.
And I'm gutted. Because I quite liked him. I didn't like him at 8, but I liked him. And now I've got to instantly hate him, which is going to be difficult in the short term, but I'll get over it. But tell me, and I'm all in on this. I think we're going to go quarterback in the second round.
Or we trade up in the end of the first and take the Cincinnati kid, who I can't remember his name.
Who's that?
Ritter. Yeah.
Ritter, yeah.
Because you want to get that. If you're going to take somebody at 43, you need to go ahead and get up and take them at 32, so you can get the 5th URF option just in case. So.
Well, yeah. I guess you're right. But I suppose if you take them in the second, even if you trade up 34 with Detroit, even if you just kick the tires on the kid, whether that's Howell, Corral.
But then take him in the third, because you shouldn't waste a second, because you either should take him in the first or you should take him in the third. Either one. You shouldn't take him in there's too much value in the second round right now. Yeah. And if you're going to do a quarterback at that you think could have potential, you need to have that 5th year option. So
wow, 16th, a third and a 4th. Yeah, they're taking a quarterback. 100%.
What did they trade for? What was the trade?
So New Orleans receives 11th, Washington receives the 16th, a 3rd and a 4th.
Wow.
So we know what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, they're taking Malik.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. They traded that. They must have loved him the whole time.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying to Carl earlier on. Like, if he's your guy, then do it.
Of course.
Like it never really felt to me like a good fit. I thought Pittsburgh might do something, but
Pittsburgh doesn't trade up. They
No.
let the draft.
No.
It's like all those AFC North teams. They always let the draft come to them. You know. I had my Pitts jersey on for the pick, and then I took it off. I should have kept it on for this.
I think they just go at Pittsburgh.
You are?
Desmond Ridder's going to Pittsburgh at pick 20. I've got that weird feeling.
Well, there's been a lot said about Pittsburgh wanting to pick it. I just can't understand that at all.
For Pickett?
Yeah,
Hmm.
at 20th, I don't think he's bad, but I don't think he's first round caliber personally.
No.
The Lions have traded up to 12. I don't know who at 12.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Vikings.
I wonder if they're going to take Pickett then.
I said to you earlier on, Carl. I reckon that Jordan.
They were
See,
30
this sucks.
seconds.
Because
weren't they,
Fontenot should have acted like they were going to take Malik and tried to. I mean, I'm sure they did, but.
Listen, all the Saints fans booing Tony G.
I think I'm a little behind. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's getting dogs abuse. Bless him.
They just done this on purpose. God, absolutely.
Quite possibly, yeah. Is that Austin Eckler?
It is.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, it is.
Kyle, how you been, man?
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm up in Manchester on Monday, man.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Catch up. I'm off on Monday.
Well, yeah, it's a bank holiday. I'll hit you. I'll send you a DM, man. If you're around, let's grab a drink. I'm coming up. I'll be there about 1:00. So if you're around, let's grab a drink or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can head into, well, we call it town, but yeah, I can head into Manchester.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, here we go. Malik, right?
I know. I've got a clue. Tony G.
They just announced the game live. Chiefs at Chargers Thursday.
Anyone? I can tell you this. I was on on one of the Twitter listening, whatever they call
Oh
it.
my God.
With a bunch of
They
Falcons
took a wide
fans.
receiver.
All mad.
They
They
took
took
away.
a wide.
Wow!
Who is it?
Wow! They traded up for that.
Who did they trade
They
for?
took a wide receiver. Chris Olave.
Olave from the Sooners.
Wow.
They took a wide out. How? What? Well, obviously not how, but why? Good God. They trade.
Who are they planning to? Who are they planning to throw the ball to him?
Jameis.
Wow!
They signed into a 2-year, $8 million contract.
Who is it?
Chris Olave, the pick. Jameis
Oh,
in 2 days.
Olave, he's in Ohio State, I think.
yeah, the
Yeah.
other one. Oh, the other guy.
So now New Orleans have 2 Ohio State wideouts.
Wow.
Did not expect that.
Not at all.
That's okay. I can go back to not hating Malik Willis now. Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, but give it a bit of time. Give it a bit of time.
No,
They
the
still,
Panthers-
they still have what, 19, right?
Yeah.
the Panthers ain't picking him, the Bucks ain't picking him, and the Saints ain't picking him.
If
The
the
Saints
Lions,
just-
if the Lions pick him now,
The Saints just sold the fucking farm. for a number 2 receiver.
I think the Lions go Hamilton.
But they love those little fast slot receiver. I mean, he's not a slot, but yeah. I don't get that.
I mean-
Detroit. Oh, Detroit's gonna take Malik. Detroit just traded up.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Or Kenny Pickett. They might like Pickett.
I mean, I was on the Lions podcast earlier on, and they seemed pretty convinced they weren't taking a QB.
This is the
But then
fastest
again,
I've
I was
ever seen
convinced they
picks
weren't
go
going to take a
in
wide
the
receiver.
draft in a long time.
This is crazy.
Yeah. I wonder if we trade back up for anything.
That's the exact reason we can't go to sleep, just in case we do. Imagine going to sleep on like the 30th pick. Like, oh, I'm falling asleep, and we wake up in the morning with we was in the 32nd. You'd be absolutely going.
I was texting my friends today, and I was saying I miss the days when the whole draft would just be on Saturday. And all you'd do is you'd wake up on Saturday morning, you coffee, breakfast, and then you just sit on the couch the entire day. And like, I was lucky enough to be in New York a few times during the draft, and like, it's so fun. And it would just be all day Saturday, before they did the Thursday night, Friday, they started making it a whole really big TV thing. That was the best, man. You just sit and watch all day long, the whole draft.
That'd be amazing.
It was the best.
I'd be so down for that.
It was the best.
Oh, Eagles are trading up to 13.
What is going on?
I don't know who was at 13
It
either.
was nuts.
Who did the what did
Houston.
what did the Lions trade?
Oh, I think they picked Malik because he's out of his seat now. Yeah, they traded up. What did they trade for the pick? I wonder. Damn it! Why couldn't we have gotten something and traded out of that? Because we still could have. We could have traded back. Yeah, this is gonna be Malik right here.
Cal, what did the Lions? Oh, hang on. So the Lions got the 12th.
So they traded 32 and probably a second, maybe a third, maybe
a second and a third. So 32, a second and a third. And the Lions received 12th and a later second.
Who had the 12th pick?
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah.
But now the Eagles have only gone up 2 places to 13th. I wonder what they gave up for that. And I wonder who they're going for. Who are the Ravens going to go for over the Eagles? They must think it's going to be a similar player.
They need a receiver too, right? So maybe they're going to get Jameson Williams, or Philly might get Jameson Williams. Well, no, they can't afford that because they can't. Neither of these teams can afford to have wide receivers sitting on the bench. Yeah, so.
Oh shit! Hang on. I thought you said Detroit were picking Willis. They've not. They've
Jameson Williams.
Wow, that's weird. He's gonna miss a half the season, man. That's crazy.
I think this is a good pick. This is a good pick because someone said earlier, in the Drake were a 1A and a 1B.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good player, and Detroit aren't going anywhere this year regardless. So it's a good pick. Stash him for a year. He comes back, and then you've got the year option.
Yeah.
Also, the Lions got the 46th pick as well, and then Vikings got 32, 34, and 66.
Everyone's going fucking. I mean, that's all the wide receivers off the board. That's the main wide receivers off the board now.
Yeah.
And it makes that jerk pick look even better. Get him while you've got all 5 available.
I I gotta be honest. I would have preferred him over Drake, but Drake is bigger. Drake is bigger than him. So
Yeah, I think Drake fits the system more.
yeah, he's a bigger dude.
And I think realistically speaking, with Mariota this season, if that's who we're running with,
You gotta have somebody. Yeah.
If you've got a speedy receiver that can get down the field quick, you're going to need a quarterback that can throw it. Which is why I don't necessarily agree with this one, because Goff's got an arm, but he's not got that good of an arm.
No.
So I mean, they got the guy. Yeah, again, I respect it, but
Yeah.
it seems like
How many? We've got 4 picks tomorrow, aren't we? 2 in 2.
Yeah.
and 2 in 3.
Tomorrow is our draft. Tomorrow is the day.
yeah.
I'm looking at 3 defensive and then an O-line.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's what
I
I
hope
think.
you're. And then
I'm-
getting a running back in the 4th.
I'll be honest with you. Like we discussed just now. I
Yeah,
did think
well,
that we were going to try and use that 30-second to potentially trade up to get a QB, but now that's gone because I mean that's all the Vikings have got now. So that 30-second pick's now just it's gone. So yeah,
I don't think we're going to reach for a quarterback this year, so I'm fine with that. If somebody falls at 43, then fine. Like I'm fine with that. But
yeah,
like you said, like let's best edge, best O line.
Yeah.
So let's build. So, all right, boys. I'm gonna peace out. Good to see
yeah,
you.
bro. Good night, man.
Kyle, hit you
Yeah.
up, man. All right.
Boys, see you
Good night,
later.
guys.
Nice to see you, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah, good to see y'all.
He did not seem happy about going to Detroit.
No, not at all.
Oh dear. Eagles pick us in.
that pick worked well for Detroit though.
What have Eagles gone for? What have they traded for?
They're going to have Hamilton surely.
So they must have thought Ravens would have gone for him. They've only gone up 2.
Yeah, they probably could. Yeah, I can't imagine that they traded much, but it's kind of
They
like
traded the 124th, 162nd, 166th, and obviously the 15th as well. I think they have a lot of picks this year. I think that's why.
Tomorrow for me, it's got to be a running back, a defensive tackle, a defensive end, and probably an O-line.
do you know what it is? Christian, I've got a sneaky little feeling. Running backs coming in the 4th, and I think they're going to. I say I think. I've kind of proved that my predictions mean fuck all, but I like PS from the Gators. I think he'll still be there in the 4th.
There's another wide receiver I like from Baylor, Tyquan Thornton, 1,000 last year, 8 touchdowns, something like that. I reckon he'll be around the 4th or 5th, maybe. So him and London would make a nice pairing.
See, there's part of me now that goes, if we're going to utilize Patterson in the wide receiver room, we've got London.
I don't think we'll draft another wide receiver. Except if it's like the 6th, 7th.
We've got Ozzy. We've got the guy. Oh God, what was his name?
Auden Tate. Golden Tate.
Hey, that was it. I don't know. Like, do we need to go any more wide receivers that we couldn't maybe pick up one in free agency? I don't know. I think it's kind of like
Basically, if you look at our wide receiver core last year, Ridley only played less than half a season, and we had.
Did anybody else see that video?
Yes.
Did anybody else see it? And I was going to share it, but there was some music on it that had some words in the music that I don't think I could share as a white boy. But there was a video that showed some of Ridley's play last year. And if you're a bit of a conspiracy theorist, which I'm not, but like there were times where he did stuff almost that looked like he was trying not to score. And you know how he got in trouble for betting?
Yeah.
You know when you go...
He's betting on himself not to score.
It was borderline awkward because when you watched it back with the context that he's got a potential problem with betting, it really looked like on several occasions last year when he did play that he was trying not to score. Like at some point, all he had to do was run forward, and he chose to like juke and then run into coverage.
There's times where he did that the year before as well. It's like it always looked like he was afraid to get hit. There was times where he made the 10 yards and then came back. And losing yards.
I mean, fuck that guy because he's not coming back, and I don't give a fucking long. So, like, but I don't know. I was just, I was watching that.
Basically, we'll get an extra pick next year in next year's draft.
I was watching that videos, and honestly, Cal, I was like,
Hamilton.
It almost felt like he was fucking.
Who did the Eagles take?
I don't know. The pick's in, but I haven't got up that bit yet.
No.
Wait, what? Well, they didn't take Hamilton and all that. Because you say everyone's saying that the Ravens are taking him.
What?
You're fucking out again.
What? Are they serious?
Jordan Davis. Wow.
Hamilton there.
Didn't expect him to go so early, and they traded up for him as well.
They must have thought Ravens were going for him. That's the only thing.
You should put Kyle Hamilton though.
To be fair,
big dude, man. He is a big dude.
in the mock draft I've actually got up, Ravens actually took Davis. So maybe that's why.
Do you mind if I go on phones about die?
Huh?
Do you mind if I get going? My phone's about die. I've got 2% left.
That's fine, no worries.
No problem, man. Say, Chris.
God,
He's a big boy. He is a big fucking boy. It's an interesting suit he's got on as well. I'll give him his due.
next step for him? Just ultimate conditioning.
Yeah, the big thing when you watch him on film, he goes.
I didn't think Hamilton would have dropped to
collapses the
14 though.
He can shock and share. He can disengage. This guy's a mountain to throw the ball over. He's going to be a menace in the division.
I know that they said all the time, DJ, coach, at Georgia, we had so many guys who rotated people through, we were beating people he didn't play. He played really less than 30% of the snaps on defense. Conditioning, so he can be that three-down menace that you described, DJ.
I love the suit. It looks like he just crossed the finish line right there, right into Philadelphia.
I love it how they all turn up in suits and then put a cap on.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind.
He's a big fucking dude, man.
Jordan Davis is swallowing up the commissioner of the NFL right here as he's getting set to hold up the Philadelphia Eagles.
That'll be a large jersey.
That one's not going to fit.
That's not fitting. That's not enough jersey.
They're going to need to order one.
You're going to need a special.
Hopefully they kept the receipt.
You see my Ainsworth comp there. He's got tremendous range against the run, and I think the potential is there for him to develop more as a pass rusher once the opportunities present themselves. You want to double him. He doesn't have any problem with that. He eats double teams and then still finds a way to make a play on the ball. The quickness to win right away, that's very unusual for a man of that size to win right off the snap with that quickness. The lateral range, this is what separates him. Well, look at how much range he has to make plays outside the numbers and then collapse the pocket. That's where he is right now as a rusher. See the penetration there again, working upfield. The pass rush is going to come. That is still a work in progress, but why not have some fun and throw him in there at fullback on offense as well? We'll talk about a freak. Well, according to AWS, Next Gen Stats, look at where he is, right up there at the top of his defensive tackles. Rich,
He's a big boy.
for us in Indianapolis.
Those are the Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
6'6".
So, Jordan Davis is now in the NFL. The Georgia Bulldog. We saw Trevon Walker and Jordan Davis. Now, remember, was it Jordan Davis who waited for Trevon Walker to be done with his?
They
all got on the bench and waited for
They all did it. It was also Wyatt was there as well. Devontae Wyatt. All the Georgia kids sat there and waited for all of them to finish before they did something well.
I wonder if they're now going to wait for everybody else. The Kobe Dean's back there as well, so never know. So the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be on the clock again shortly. The Ravens pick is in. The Texans pick is
Ravens in.
Washington is on the clock, so we're
It's got to be Hamilton.
We're stacked up here. And once Washington is done,
God, the
we're
Eagles have got another pick as well at 18.
first round of the NFL draft here in Las Vegas. But for the moment, it's now time for Melissa Stark to have a chit chat with Jordan Davis. Melissa?
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles move up to get
You do know the Saints are going Malik still.
a phenomenal athlete. You've already went over to fire up the fan base there. They're pretty passionate. Is this a good fit for you?
What pick have they got left?
19.
Mm.
And there's only the Eagles, Chargers,
Fletcher Cox. I want to know
and
if
and Washington.
I'm surprised Johnson still hasn't gone.
I know, yeah. Forgot about it. I feel like we I seen something on Twitter. Then we started like the offensive. We were the first offensive pick, and ever since then, most of apart from a few.
Was phenomenal and a big reason.
So did Jordan.
But I mean, I'll be honest with you. That tells me that they went. Look, there are other teams that are going to go hard on wide receiver, so we need to just go and get our guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Twitter's like exploding.
This year's draft, so many Georgia Bulldogs on that channel.
There is there is no fucking reason whatsoever to get fucking.
The thing is, I think someone put like, we don't take a quarterback this year, which I don't think we do, and we're probably gonna take one next year. Most likely have a top 10 pick again, and then he walks in the team. We'll improve. We've got shitloads of cap space where we'll try drafting an O-line again this year. We've still got people who can improve. And then next year, if not, we can free agency a couple of O-linemen with a new quarterback, and he's already got weapons in front of him.
as well. We'll update you on what that means and what they're possibly doing. But Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame is now going to be wearing purple in Baltimore.
Hamilton went to Ravens.
So that's Saints taking Malik. 100%.
Really good pick there.
This is that kind of a pick. This guy's a difference maker. Saw him as a freshman in Notre Dame. He was a guy that we wanted to pick on in the passing game. About midway through the first quarter, we said this is not a good idea.
Ravens have traded Marquise Brown to the Cardinals.
What, for that pick?
No.
Just general.
Change the game plan on the fly, huh? The Baltimore Ravens at 14 got a player that has to be in just about everyone's top 5 in terms of consensus rankings. He was my favorite player in this draft for all the reasons that you just talked about, Coach. I think he can do everything.
Very random to trade him. Randomly.
I wonder if it was for a pick, though.
It's got to be. Like, you wouldn't do it now, would you? It has to be for a pick.
They have a pretty good track record with safety play. Chuck Clarkson like having him back. Oh, yeah. Big time range and ball skills. You want to match him up with tight ends? No problem. He can handle that as well. Here is showing you that range, working laterally.
Ravens just traded Marquise Brown. Oh, the Ravens just traded Marquise Brown and pick 100 to the Cardinals for the 23rd pick.
Oh,
Hollywood's not worth it. Not worth first round pick. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what you say. Nah. Nope. No. Cardinals have fucked it there, by the way.
3 years, 21 touchdowns, 2,300 yards.
The newest member of the Baltimore Ravens, Kyle, how does that sound?
Isn't a first round pick worthy?
That's what I think. They're taking a chance on me, and I'm excited to get to work.
And the Ravens, of course, have such a good history of amazing defenses.
I need to get onto my little Chinese contact in the morning and get a Drake London jersey on the order.
I hope you do too. Congratulations.
That's a big upgrade in that Ravens backfield. I like Hamilton. I like him a lot.
But you're seeing more and more teams go to these 3 safety looks. Tough for a quarterback to recognize what teams are doing. You see the Chiefs, you see the Steelers do it. This is one of those best man on the board. We believe he can play lots of spots.
And they've got another pick.
The backfield really
Huh?
And they've got now they've got the 23rd pick as well. That's a cracking deal for them.
That's a real because Lamar and Lamar and Hollywood have never really gelled. So for the 23rd for a first round pick, that's fucking crazy. There are some ridiculous decisions being made out there today. Ridiculous decisions. Texans picks in Kenyon Green. Johnson's still not off the board, Cal.
We're gonna. I would trade back up for him if he dropped to 25th, 26th. Fuck it, I'd be trading. I'd trade back up.
But Cal, the longer this goes on, right? If Karlaftis or I can never pronounce his name. Abikate, I think he's.
Yeah.
If he's still there in the second, is it?
Oh, you take. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. The problem with it is I've got to be on the fucking school run in fucking 5 hours.
Do the Cardinals need another wide receiver? I don't get the
they lost Christian Kirk to the Jags, didn't they?
Yeah, they've got Hopkins, AJ Green.
So they've got D-Hop,
AJ
And
Green.
they've got, yeah.
But do they need another? That's a first round pick. It surprises me. And they have Zach as a tight end as well.
That's crazy. It is crazy.
I don't get that.
There is some mad decision, but I still cannot believe the Saints traded up to get Olave. I just don't. I'm fucking. Like, don't get me wrong, especially with the way Kyla's fucking kicking off at the minute. You kind of expect them to give him some weapons and stuff like that. Like, I get it to a certain extent, but a first round pick? No.
Born for. Study an online or in person with a skills-focused degree from Arden University. Explore more at arden.ac.uk.
London is 20th. Pitts is 21. And if you get a top 10 pick next year, which even if that's 6-7 wins, you get a QB that's similar age. You're set for 10 years.
I still think I'm not abandoning going for a QB this year, which is why because I'm at the point now where I'm like, Mark, go to bed, but I'm also at the point where I'm like, anything can fucking happen at this point. Anything.
I think, like I just said, if someone's there at 25, 26,
if Willis is still there at 26, he
won't be. He's going to the knobheads next.
Well. All right, okay. Well, let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. What's the draft order?
You got who's Chargers up? No, you got Saints up now.
Introducing new Febreze 3 plugin with smart programming.
Actually, the Eagles up now. Have they just picked them?
And automatically alternates.
So the Eagles traded up.
Washington. Fucking hell, this is confusing. I'm getting well confused.
Try the Febreze limited edition spring scents now.
Is it Washington up now?
Yes.
Yeah. Then it's
just 99p.
The Chargers. Then it's the Eagles again. And then it's
then
it's the Saints at 19. And then the Steelers. Imagine the Steelers coming up with the Eagles trading up 2 places to get Malik. You never know. I hope so, actually.
Picks in for Washington.
Who are they going to go for?
Surely the Saints wouldn't have traded up with Washington if Washington were going to go Malik.
Who's their quarterback? That Heinsinke?
No. They got Wentz, didn't they?
Oh shit! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're not going to quarterback. I fucking forgot you.
The Eagles' second selection, right? And the Saints' second selection, right? The Saints traded up to get Chris Olave, and the Eagles traded up to get Jordan Davis. Washington moving down and netting a third and a fourth for that, right? Talking about the Chargers here? No, Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders. When you look at the Commander, hello, Terry Florida on the line. I know he would like somebody. Well, if you look at the wideouts that are left, you've got two. You've got Treylon Burks and you've got Jahan Dotson. Those are the 2 highest rated wideouts. If you want to go in that direction,
I reckon Washington are going to go cornerback. Yeah.
Everything is running through him right now. Plus, it helps Carson Wentz if he's going to be your quarterback. If you're trying to make it work in the NFC East, which is now turning into a high-track division team, you got to have some people get downfield.
You surprised Jermaine Johnson's still on the board?
Absolutely. I thought he would be long gone by now.
Maybe he's going to be gone here. Or it could be a receiver, as requested by Terry McLaurin.
Not requested, demanded.
Demanded. A table pound right there. Okay, here is the commissioner of the NFL with The 16th overall pick, we're halfway through as soon as he says the name.
With the 16th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jahan Dotson, wide receiver, Penn State.
Another wide receiver. Fucking hell.
2021 13 AP All-American. Jahan Dotson, wide receiver.
He was not my board until like late first. This I don't.
He's got that same type of a build that he can get that extra gear when he needs it. The run after catch, he can make you miss and he can run away from you, showing you his niftiness.
Unless Washington have got like a real like interest in this kid, why they would have traded with the Saints for the Saints to trade up for one of the top 3 wide receivers, I don't get that at all.
Some of the drafts I seen that the Saints would have drafted the same guy at 19 anyway, or even at 16.
No, I don't understand that pick. Jermaine Johnson still on the board as well is disgusting. Like, what the fuck is going on?
What's our next pick? Was it like? Is it 41st, 41?
Jahan Dotson celebrating. We're gonna get the Chargers pick, and then there is a major trade that just happened in this draft.
Trade just happened.
17th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Zion Johnson, guard, Boston College.
Right. Okay. Yeah. More protection for Herbert. This is the
AJ Brown's gone to the Eagles.
What?
Tennessee gets the 18th pick and more. Fucking hell.
What is going on, Cal? What is going on?
This is mental. It's not even my team, and this is mental. This is off the fucking chain.
High praise for a guard is the word square. This guy plays square, front side, back side, and run again. The way they play at BC, you get a chance to see all that. It's great.
This is crazy.
He gets his hands on you. He can torque your body. He can get you on the ground.
The Titans have traded AJ Brown
for the next pick, and then a lot. I'm guessing quite a bit.
Titans might go Malik. Yeah.
Oh my God.
This was probably one of the one of the most predictable ones because
AJ Brown just sitting at home, just minding his own business.
Well, no, there was no. There was a lot of drama a couple of weeks ago, wasn't there?
Yeah,
he took Tennessee out of his bio and all that.
He's also outstanding when you get him out there in the screen game.
He's a big boy.
Being able to locate, latch, finish.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's that. Listen, I'm gonna stick a cheeky tenner on the Chargers getting the Super Bowl this year. I think the Chargers are going to be disgusting this year, straight up.
Just selected 18th overall. They picked 26th overall, but they held on to that spot. They just traded a 3rd round pick and AJ Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. So the dynamic receiver, AJ Brown, wanting a new contract. Tennessee and A.J. Brown have split. And the Eagles essentially just drafted A.J. Brown 18th overall in this draft. We're back to ruminate on this one in a moment.
The NFL on Sky Sports is sponsored by 888 Sports.
Abbiamo perso il controllo di casa nostra. Riprendiamoci.
There's still time for us to do something, you know. That's why I can't fucking turn this off.
Oh, there's only what is that it? Traded picks 18 and 101.
Come find me. Someone drugged me and then strangled me with a boat.
I remember something about the night of the party.
Did you destroy evidence?
Go away. I can't figure out who did this to me. I won't be somebody's victim.
It's that time again. It's about timing your leap into history. Big time players. They know what time it is. Playoff time. Watch the NBA playoffs unfold live on Sky Sports.
If Diana was the queen of hearts, Mother Teresa was the queen of the poor.
I could feel the presence of divinity.
Any human being who doesn't believe in God, they are mental.
She gave more money to the Vatican than an entire country. There was widespread institutional sexual abuse. She was charming, pure, and simple. But I am living life because of my choice.
I've just been on Titans Twitter and their fans are not happy.
I'm not surprised. That's ridiculous.
Only a first round pick and a third round pick. That's it.
Right now.
An accident. An accident. What happened in that car? Why are you not telling me? If we don't stand up, no one will.
Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown gets a 4-year extension, 100 million, 57 guaranteed.
This Saturday in a crucial WSL clash. Watch all the action live on Sky Sports.
Who's even up next? I don't even, I've lost the fucking count.
888 Sports.
So what a major trade this is when it involves a terrific receiver.
That's crazy.
In his first 3 years, but
So
with this being his potential walk year, the Titans send him on first round draft night here in Vegas to Philly.
So they went from having AJ Brown and Julio Jones to nobody.
Yeah. And they get an extra pick. Well, extra 2 picks.
And right now, what wide receiver are they going to pick to replace him? Because all of the good ones are off the board.
Contract extension for Brown, 4 years, $100 million with $57 million guaranteed.
That's a big, hefty number for a receiver with just 3 years in the league. We're seeing some watershed contracts being handed out over the last 6 weeks in the NFL.
4 year, 100 million, 57 million guaranteed.
Not bad.
Will they draft his replacement now? Will they draft somebody else? We'll see.
Austin. Oh, Hooper's gone to the Titans. Didn't even know.
Huh?
Austin Hooper.
For what?
I think he was out of contract, wasn't he? I think.
Traylon Burks. Yeah, they've drafted a receiver straight off the bat.
Physical receiver out of Ole Miss that they didn't want to spend $100 million on.
You're going to be shocked, Rich, when you see my comp.
Is it?
Jalen Hurts.
Is that right?
We've got it. We can show you. My comp is A.J. Brown. That's who he is. Build speed. He's got that physicality, the yards after the catch. He is a monster after the catch, guys. Of all the top receivers in this draft class, those top 6 guys, it's him and Jameson Williams who are the best with the ball in their hands. Here he is on a jet sweep. Philadelphia is going to be able to do that. Nick Sirianni drawing it up, get the ball, go. Jalen Hurts, get the ball out to him, and he can do the rest. He can beat press with that physicality and get right on top of you vertically. And he hit a bunch of home runs for Arkansas, a bunch of 70-plus yard touchdown catches. As you see, a little subtle push there. Here's a double move, the separation that exists. Track the ball easy. And then down the field, catch radius, go up and get it. This is going to be an interesting combination. He's 50 pounds heavier.
Now it's Malik.
Let's check out the NFL player comparison presented by Ram Trucks. And you say that your comp is Debo, huh?
Well, we've been talking about 2 receivers tonight, A.J. Brown and Debo Samuel. Let's comp him to both because of the physicality. And the reason I went with Debo is when you watch Traylon Burks' tape in Arkansas, he's in the run game a lot like Debo as well, in addition to taking wildcat quarterback snaps. So if you're an offensive coordinator and now he goes to Tennessee, Todd Downing, you're dialing up those types of plays as well, even more so than you did for A.J. Brown, who didn't run those. And both those guys were baseball players.
Well, I think it's fascinating, obviously, that, that he's part of a trade, essentially.
55, 56.
And this is your comp. And then also, Charles, that your comp for him is Debo Samuel. Since A.J. Brown and Debo and DK Metcalf of Seattle is the conversation in the NFL right now is when you've got kids who all out like they have in the first 3 years, and now it's time for their 4th year walk year, do you pay them like somebody like Devontae Adams was paid here in Las Vegas? Pay them like Stephon Diggs? Do you pay them like somebody who's been in the league for 7, 8, 9 years? And where Debo's still in San Francisco, we'll see how that plays out. The answer from the Tennessee Titans is no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to throw them, and just go cast our line back in the water and get a young guy and start from scratch.
$3.5 million a year they're going to pay Traylon Burks. That was what that pick was worth last year, $3.5 million a year.
How about those 3 together? It's like we're watching multiple.
Cents on the clock.
I mean, you talk about Debo.
Malik.
There's a lot to change right now. Right about Jalen Burks. It's all the same. A clone of a clone of a clone.
Kurt Warner, take it away.
I tell you what, I love what you guys are talking about when you say the comparison is to a guy like A.J. Brown. But I always say we got to be careful to say, hey, just because a guy looks like a guy or plays like a guy at the last level, that he's going to be A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is one of those unique competitors with his size, and he brings a different competitiveness to the field. I remember we had a guy named Anquan Bolden, who I believe will be a future Hall of Famer, and you would look at him and go, wow, maybe not that fast, maybe not going to do this as well as some other guys, but his competitiveness was different, and your team changes when you have a guy like that on it. I believe this is a huge win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, now we kind of turn our attention to the quarterback conversation. No quarterbacks have gone yet. The Saints are about to announce their pick with some.
Yeah, it's got to be Malik, isn't it?
And if they don't choose a quarterback, that means every quarterback would be available on the board for the Steelers at 20, and that has been a team that we've been focusing on as a possible landing spot for any of the quarterbacks. We thought
gotta be, surely.
Full choice of the full
what? No.
No. It all comes down to it.
What?
That's a Pittsburgh Steelers
Offensive tackle.
quarterback.
Who?
Fucking hell. It's just because I was scrolling through Twitter.
The thing about that is they will know.
Trevor Penning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Penning's good. I've got to hate him now, but yeah, no. Penning's good.
That means who's their quarterback now then? Winston.
They've got to roll with Winston or what's that pillar called? The big Mong.
Oh yeah, they said they weren't using him. They said he was going to a tight end, didn't he?
What's his name, man?
He's that bad, I can't even bed. Yeah. Fucking hell. One pick, 20, and no quarterbacks. Right, we know where Malik's going. He's going to the Steelers.
He's got to. But because the Saints traded up, that means that Ridder potentially goes into the second. Do not. I can't go anywhere now because I think we may well trade up.
What have we got? Are we 40 with 41, ain't we? 41, 41st pick.
Something like that.
God, it's fuck. Even if fucking hell, if we don't trade up tonight,
Listen.
the first,
At this point, if now that the Saints haven't taken a QB because they've traded up for a wide receiver. Oh yeah, I knew that. I think it's a distinct possibility we take QB now. Distinct possibility.
I think if we don't trade up tonight back into the first, I can see us trading up into the second, higher up.
Yeah, but it won't. But a trade like that wouldn't cost us a lot.
Oh no, not from like where we are to like even like 30th or 29th.
But here's a scenario for you, right? Would you trade up into the late first for an extra pick and Deion Jones?
No, absolutely.
Well, there you go then.
Deion Jones can.
The NFL on Sky Sports.
I mean, well, I'm just putting it out there, like, you know. I just there's so many more distinct possibilities now, because in my head, Willis would have gone by now, which left, you know, Pittsburgh.
Honestly, making the choice to go
and potentially another. I can't think who off the top of my head because I'm drunk, but you know, potentially another to go for, so really in my head there was already at least two quarterbacks off the board by the end of the first round, and right now there's not. If we ring the Lions and say, oh, but the Lions have already traded up, haven't they?
They've already traded up. You got Pittsburgh now, who are probably going to take Malik.
Yeah.
You got the Patriots, Green Bay, Cardinals.
Well, it's not the Cardinals
That's
anymore.
not
It's been the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens, Dallas, Bills, Titans, Tampa, Green Bay again.
Titans might take a quarterback. Might. So who took the Lions 32nd pick?
Vikings.
Yeah.
And I can't see. I think the Lions won that trade. I think they got more for the thing. Yeah, I don't think the Vikings. They didn't even get another first for it. Didn't see him.
I still can't believe Johnson's not off the board.
Someone's gonna take it in the after. There's some GMs and managers out there looking at that and thinking, why is he not? How is he still at 21? It depends what teams need him.
My mates who are Steelers fans are hearing so much noise about Pittsburgh taking Pickett. And I'm going to say this now, and it's controversial.
Played at Pittsburgh as well, didn't he?
It's controversial. But if Pittsburgh don't take Malik, we need to trade up.
If Pittsburgh don't take Malik, there's no other teams that are going to trade who are going to trade for a quarterback in their last bunch for me.
They're not going to trade, no.
I mean, they're not going to pick. I don't think any other team will pick in the round.
But then again, I'm looking at that list. If Karlaftis is still there in the second round, fuck quarterback. We need to go after him because he
can't drop. Oh, fucking hell.
This is crazy. This is the craziest draft I've watched since I've been in the NFL.
What are we on now? Have they picked yet? Pittsburgh? They've not picked yet.
Pick is in.
The number of players that we saw on your top partners available that the Steelers could use as well. They're all sitting right there. You've got
I mean, your TV's ahead of mine, so you might as well turn yours up a bit.
There's some really good football players there. I just don't think you go through this whole process and do all this work on these quarterbacks. Ben Roethlisberger walks away. Also think about Kevin Colbert, the general manager. This is his last year. And Ozzie Newsome's last year as a GM in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is the selection to give to Eric DeCosta. Maybe that's what Kevin Colbert.
If you take Pickett right now, he competes right away with Trubisky. If you take Willis, Trubisky's automatically your starter.
Yeah, Trubisky's watching this right now, I promise you.
Meanwhile, the Ravens traded back into the first round. They're sitting there at 23. It's kind of odd that they just chose. I mean, obviously Hollywood Brown is somebody that Arizona would want. You pair him up with Kyler Murray. I'm just wondering if A.J. Brown gets traded during the draft like this and there's a contract and there's a physical and everything gets cleared, could Debo still be in play tonight? Is that possible?
I would believe that Howie Roseman.
Oh, I forgot about Debo.
Let's see. There's a lot of intrigue. The commissioner's here. There's Franco Harris. Wondering if there's a quarterback on that card in the commissioner's left hand. Showing it to Franco. Seen it first. Does Franco approve?
This season marks the 50th anniversary of one of the most memorable moments.
His reaction to that is very odd.
During the final seconds of the 1972 AFC divisional game, Franco Harris made an improbable catch known as the Immaculate Reception. He, here with us tonight, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of that moment and to announce the pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Please welcome Pro Football Hall of Famer Franco Harris.
I can't wait to hear what this reaction was upon seeing the name here.
This is incredible.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Las Vegas.
This is great.
Wow. I love this.
Okay.
With the 20th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kenny Pickett.
Wow! Wow!
Damn. The Patriots are trading back.
Patriots are trading back?
Yeah.
With who?
Doesn't say who. Ian Rappaport has just put it out. Fucking hell. Could be us. Who for? Fucking tell me.
Kevin Colbert sneaking practice. Just check on it, see what's going on around here. And
what do you call it in recruiting, coach? The bump in? Remember the old bump in?
oh, there's a lot of bumping.
How many bump ins in the lobby?
At least he doesn't have to move far if he's already been in Pittsburgh.
Didn't know you were down here right now.
That is fucking crazy.
Pittsburgh Steeler hope for the future with Trubisky and obviously Mason Rudolph still there. But what a moment in New Jersey for this young man.
Who's on the clock now?
They could just walk across the hall, right?
We've talked about these quarterbacks and how high would they
They
might be disappointed. They
Should be the Patriots.
Case scenario, you're going to a good football team in the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but you said they traded back, right?
Defense,
Yeah, but can't fucking.
the building of the
No one's put who.
offensive line, and Najee Harris gets him a heck of a start last year, although he touched it about 1,000 times in his first year.
Well, Daniel mentioned this guy's going to compete right away. He's an efficient, accurate passer.
Yeah, to me, he's outstanding with his anticipation.
Oh, with the Chiefs.
Athletic version of Matt Hasselbeck.
With the Chiefs?
Saw some of the
Yeah.
Well, you know that's not gonna be Malik Willis.
Just how he
Oh no, no chance. Chiefs have gone from 29. Oh, Chiefs have 2 picks, 29 and 30th.
Oh yeah, because they got the Dolphins picked, didn't they?
Yeah. When do they go for?
Huh?
When do they go for?
I think they go for Johnson.
Someone did
They
put
just
that earlier.
haven't they just lost Honey Badger?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the pick.
We're trading up tonight. I'm feeling it. We're coming back in the first round.
I genuinely think you may be right. I think if it goes 2 more picks and Willis isn't gone, I think they make a move.
He really used that bonus year and used it really well to put himself in this position.
Pickett's 6'3" as well. Didn't think it was that big.
This organization knows how to take care of quarterbacks. You're going to run the football. You're going to play great defense. We're going to give this opportunity to young men to grow, compete right away, but grow and have a chance to be one heck of a football.
First 20th pick. The first quarterback still.
Tripping up from 29 to choose the 21st. And
Chiefs are on the clock.
Packers first of 2 selections tonight will go. Maybe the Chiefs are looking for a wide out there, afraid the Packers are going to take. Who knows? We'll send it inside now, though.
Patriots trade pick 21. Chiefs trade 29, 94, 121.
I'm watching Pickett play. He's got a feel for the position.
Hang on. What did the Chiefs get out of that? What did the Patriots get out of that trade?
29, 94, and 121. So 2 third round. Well, yeah, 2 third rounds.
Really?
You only have 7 interceptions while you're having to carry the team with your right arm. I like this pick, and I think he's got a chance to be really good at the NFL level.
Ian Rappaport, take it away.
Which the Pittsburgh Steelers had 4 quarterbacks they would have considered taking in the first round.
Yo, London's tape is disgusting, by the way.
In their building, as far as why they chose him, here's my understanding. Ready to compete right now, his maturity.
He is so fucking tall, man, for a wide receiver. Yeah, London jerseys on order tomorrow, boys. Give me his number.
Chiefs select cornerback Trent McDuffie.
They've seen all of this in their building, and when they did their homework on all the other players, you got a lot of half-field reads, a lot of play-action pass from guys like Sam Howell, Desmond Ritter, even Matt Corral. Willis is a bit of a projection. If you need a quarterback now with the production as a career man in college, Kenny Pickett was the man.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Now there might be some wide receivers going here. Fascinating enough. I mean, much. 2 of the biggest moves was Devontae Adams being traded here to Vegas and Tyreek Hill being traded from Kansas City to Miami. Kansas City just used the first-round selection they got from Miami and a 4th-round selection they got from Miami for Tyreek Hill, along with a 3rd, to move up in front of Green Bay to make this choice.
The New England Patriots have traded the 21st pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the 21st pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Trent
McDuffie, cornerback.
Washington, so they'll go defensive back, not wide receiver to hop in front of Green Bay.
That makes sense.
Edge rusher and corner, Trent McDuffie was the best available.
And they've still got the 30th pick, so.
Who, the Chiefs?
Yeah, they have 2, don't they?
Oh, yeah, because of Tyreek Hill shit, yeah.
Probably wide. I know they got, is it Juju Smith?
He's not the tallest guy. He's not the
I don't think he's all that personal.
Point. He's got outstanding ball awareness. But for really open your hips He does that so smooth and so easy. The change of direction is outstanding. Then the toughness against the run. They do this quite a bit. They'll blitz him, let him get involved in the backfield. Here he is on the backside, forcing a fumble here, Coach. Is that you or Washington State, Coach? That's you. I apologize on that one. Household there of McDuffie.
Just seen a tweet then. Someone put Packers select QB Malik Willis.
Russell Wilson is now in Denver with some big time.
No. Not after Jordan.
After that 3 quarterbacks.
Punish in the secondary. The Jarrett needs a piece that they use all over the secondary. Trent McDuffie's similar to that to go out there. Now they got to cover that division. Oh, yeah, that's right. Justin Herbert and the Chargers as well.
Yeah, DJ hit it right on the head. This guy's got such a great feel for playing. This guy, when they needed plays to be made, he made them as a blitzer. He made him as in the corner position. He made him in the nickel position. This guy's a really, really good football player. This guy, great instincts, and knows how to make plays.
So Kansas City uses a couple of their assets from the Tyreek Hill trade to move up and take a corner, and that leaves Green Bay now on the clock. Their pick is now in. The Ravens, who traded back
Pick is in.
the first round to take this pick from Arizona and flip them
You mean Johnson?
for the right to do
Is it?
is now on the clock.
It's not been announced, but everyone's saying it. One sec.
Receiver clearly, and how does the wide receiver?
I mean that makes sense for Green Bay. However, you go. You've definitely just lost massive pieces on offense.
My next best guy is Sky Moore from Western Michigan, and then you also look at Christian Watson from North Dakota State, who's got some real vertical speed. If you're going to go wide out to me, I would think be one of those two guys. The wild card could be George Pickens from Georgia.
Oh no. Linebacker Quay Walker.
Johnson's my 9th overall player.
Really? Oh, yeah, okay. I still didn't expect him to go defense, but yeah, it's not a bad pick.
God, how we're trading it. We're ringing people right now, and we're either taking Malik or we're taking Jermaine. And if we picked any of them, I'd be happy. Whether you go defensive or go for a quarterback, I'd be happy with it. No one thought he would drop to 24.
It's because they traded Devontae Adams away for one. May not, because of the value, take one. They're all gone.
Did you just go for Marcusson?
They're all gone.
Marcusson's gone. They're all gone, sir. It's a ghost. He's gone.
Wow.
You could be Marcusson.
I know somebody wants to.
Are you Marcusson? I'm not Marcusson. Are you Marcusson? No, that's 2 down. That's 2 down.
I know somebody would want to pull a code red from Wisconsin if they don't take one right now, or 28th overall. But let's see. This is, in fact, the pick that the Packers acquired to send Devontae Adams to this town in one of the more shocking transactions of
Come on, I need more trades.
most the history of the NFL.
I still think there's room for them, though.
With the once upon a time Raiders, now Packers pick.
With the 22nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Quay Walker, linebacker, Georgia.
All right, so another Bulldog goes off the board.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, I know he wants a wide receiver. I know Packer fans might want a wide receiver. The value just wasn't there. And Quay Walker is a unique player. He could play on the line, over the tight end. He could also play off the ball as well. That type of versatility stood out. They went in there to Georgia. The lateral quickness.
My mate, who's a Steelers fan, is fucking livid.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, livid.
Oh, another trade. Bills are on the clock.
Another trade?
Bills have moved up 2 places instead of that Ravens pick. And then Ravens have got pick 130 as well.
Ravens love trading back, bro.
Original first-round pick of the night. As you know, they already traded up for A.J. Brown to go to Philadelphia. And that was the moment that Franco and Kenny Pickett learned the Pitt Panthers staying in Pittsburgh.
The NFL on Sky Sports is sponsored by 888 Sports. It's that time again. It's that time loaded into history. Big time players, they know what time it is.
People like Green Bay didn't take a wide receiver, but I think most of the wide receivers have gone. I think that's the point.
Watch the NBA playoffs unfold.
All the wide receivers really now, like the kind of nailed on half decent ones are gone.
Yeah.
Like now the wide receivers, you're taking risks.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Pickens. Is it Pickens? It is, isn't it? Yeah. The guy from Georgia. Like
he's round too.
He's yeah. But there's personality issues there as well, isn't there?
Jorge was a city that had to die in order to reach immortality.
My mate's even put, you see Franco Harris, the guy who read the card out, look at the card and go, what the fuck? And my other mate, who's a mad Steelers fan's gone, shame all the wide receivers are getting wiped out. We need help there. But then again, we don't need any deep threat wideouts now because Kenny can't throw over 40 yards.
Oh God!
Oh my days! This is man! I told you I knew there was a reason to be excited about this draft. This draft is mental. We've got to be up in 4 hours. Jesus fuck!
Live on Sky Sports. Every shipwreck of a dive dong has a story to tell.
Everyone's telling us to trade up. Everyone wants it.
Yeah, but like realistically, Carl, now is there the market for it? Because like the teams left now are the ones that have already traded down.
Yeah. Malik's got to go. He can.
The NFL on Sky Sports is sponsored by 888 Sports. Inside the green room built by Lowe's, where invited prospects are still waiting patiently, hoping to hear the commissioners call their teams tonight.
Bills picks in.
Football players are still here in Vegas waiting for their moment out on the draft hall stage. Kevin on his way into the draft hall from here asked me what my 40 time was.
Who would draft a quarterback in front of us?
We're here in Las Vegas, making our way through the first round.
Jaguars, no. Lions,
yeah, possibly.
no. Giants, Texans, Chicago Bears, no. Seahawks,
Again, possibly.
and then they won't, obviously.
So Bills do 23rd. So the Ravens have traded back again.
Yeah, now they're 25.
Let's go. So as you know, the Bills have been on the pass line quite a bit of late. Certainly one of the most entertaining games in the history of the playoffs. And I know when you say history of the playoffs, it sounds like an exaggeration. But the Bills
Bills and the Chiefs this year was just so dynamite. I mean, they changed the overtime rules because of it. And you can see what they've done in this draft with Josh Allen, and they've quite a bit the defensive side of the ball. So let's see what they're going to do here. I mean,
Good organization and good lockstep too with GM and head coach.
I know you guys, you went Brees Hall in your mock draft,
But why trade him with the Cowboys aren't taking a running back?
Right.
So we need to trade up for him. See what happens.
The Baltimore Ravens have traded the 23rd pick to the Buffalo Bills. With the 23rd pick in the 2022 NFL draft, the Buffalo Bills select Jair Ellis, defensive back, Florida.
Cornerback.
Yeah, they need a corner. Tre'Davious White's going to miss a little bit of time here to start the season, coming off of the ACL. But this is a height, weight, speed corner from Florida. Didn't get a chance to play the football as much this year as he had previously, but he can get up in you at the line of scrimmage. It's a physical press corner. Understands how to attack the ball once it's up in the air, find it, play it, knock it away again.
The only reason they'll take a cornerback there is
But he can play the football. Here he is with that speed and physicality.
if Dallas were going to take him, well, suspicion, but I can't see Cowboys taking.
For Jair Ellis.
These are not true.
Is it Dallas next?
Yeah.
I think Dallas take Johnson.
Maybe it's our time to shine.
Stephen Jones, that's the draft room of the Dallas Cowboys at the Star. They're in Frisco.
Yeah, a lot of people have got them taking Jermaine.
Yeah.
A couple different directions here. I thought offensive line, Tyler Linderbaum's still out there. He's the best center in this draft class. He's available. Edge rusher. Yeah. Again, we keep saying it. Jermaine Johnson sticks out like a sore thumb on my list. He's my highest rated guy by a good margin. Yeah, because remember, Gregory's gone to Denver. Frank Lawrence getting a running mate there. And I don't know that they want to continue to have Micah Parsons.
N'Kobe Dean still being their linebacker at 7 is fucking crazy as well.
I don't think that's ideal for them. They want to use his skills abilities on the second level as well. So an edge rusher does make sense there. But you're right, DJ. Different ways they can go. What do you think, Coach?
You've got edge rushers, you've got interior defense linemen, you've got a couple of really good linebackers. One is here in the draft with us. Yeah, N'Kobe Dean still sitting out there. Devin Lloyd still sitting out there.
Just think, guys, throughout this process, we did say things would be turned upside down.
What the fuck's he got in his head?
Cole Walker, the pro people knew, but most people outside thought N'Kobe Dean all the way. And his play Walker gone.
As we're waiting for the Cowboys, it looks like Jerry might be getting on the phone right now. Steven's going to put a prospect on the line with the head cheese right there. Do you think we've already gotten our verdict on what the feels about the quarterback class? Do you think we've got that verdict?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We get sideways stares when I said that the Pittsburgh Steelers would have the choice of any quarterbacks at 20. That's what happened. I still think we're going to get one more. I really do. We're going to get one more before we get out of the first round.
The thing is, I was thinking, there's a few teams in round 2 that could take Malik if he drops. But we'll get a better deal going into maybe. Because if you try trading with a team who wants him or could take it, more, wouldn't it?
Well, now kind of like the pressure's off sort of thing. So it's kind of, like, from my view, it's kind of like, well, I think if we go into tomorrow and Karlaftis is still there, we need to make that the priority.
Yeah.
And then, but at that point, if Malik's still there, which I don't think he will be, but if Malik's still there at our second round, then I don't know. It's whether they fancy him or not. Fucking Cowboys being pricks.
Taking ages.
Yeah.
Everyone's abusing him on Twitter, saying you gotta take taking the piss.
Injury while Collins remember the Cincinnati Bengals. You do have a wide receiver need on the card right here, but as you said, that's not really where you can go for value. The Cowboys have now taken it down to 2.5 minutes, it seems, before the Ravens get on.
I still want to go back to the night that Zach Martin went instead of Johnny Manziel. I still want to have that 30 for 30, that feature that says, hey, this is what happened in the room that night because the urban
Oh,
legend
the Braves won.
Jerry Jones.
Huh?
What they did
That the Braves won.
was in that room tonight. That
How did they?
Very calm. Really wanted to go with that one. They had conviction on this pick. And then we saw Stephen Jones calling it in. I can't wait to see who it is.
Was that part of the story that night that Tony went up to Jimmy Haslett on the street and said you should take Manziel?
I mean, we had a lot going on there. Who's going to do the story?
That's the John Man tonight. Fans are lining Las Vegas Boulevard.
I thought somebody had joined there. I was like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? Big scene.
Overall, first West Coast draft ever, and who would have thought it in this town, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's now dusk, and it's time for Vegas to turn the lights on and really light up the screen here in the 2022 NFL Draft. The Titans go after the Ravens. Again, that's their original pick. Tonight, the biggest story of the night is that the Titans traded up into the 18th spot. The Philadelphia Eagles traded them a 4th-round selection along with A.J. Brown for the rights for the Titans to do that, and then signed A.J. Brown to a $100 million contract with just south of $60 million guaranteed, and the Titans chose Traylon Burks as his replacement. That's the story of the night. Hollywood Brown went from the Ravens to Arizona. The Ravens are going to make that 1st-round selection they earned from that moment. But first, the Cowboys.
Oh.
What?
He's still there. He's still there. He's still there.
Interior blocker. That was my next highest rated tackle on Tyler Smith. He is.
Oh, I might just pull an all nighter.
Fuck yeah.
This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, we always end up seeing how those guys go and those tackles go later on. A number of teams still left on this board would have had interest in coaching and bring them in and plug them in. That's why I wrote 4 weeks on a big, wide, long athletic.
All right, so there is a jubilant head coach along with the rest of the brass. Ian Rappaport, take it away.
The Cowboys took a hard look here at Tyler Smith's medical. He had a condition called a Blount's disease that affects the growth plates around his knee. He was bow-legged until high school. Then the doctors had to put his legs in cages, re-break his legs.
What the fuck?
Took a hard look at this. There's going to be 5 no issues going forward. Cowboys have a new tackle.
Did you just listen to that?
No, what was that?
So that guy who they've just taken had like something wrong with his legs when he was young, and they had to put his legs in cages, break his legs until they formed in a normal way.
What the fuck? That's a new one.
Your mind. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
It's iconic.
I still can't believe some of this stuff. Like, it's just. Yeah.
Oh, fucking, this is mental. Still got a bit. Someone's trading up. Someone's trading up.
I don't think there's anyone left to trade up though. Because then what you're gonna have is you're gonna have a team that didn't pick in the first round. So I'm not so sure on that.
To be fair, I get your point, because I think there's any teams that are in the round 2 above our pick, who I mentioned earlier, who would take a quarterback, are probably like 3 maybe, and they're not even definite. There's no point in them trading up, because I don't think they ever expected him to be there either. I think we are the only team, if we're going to trade up, it would be for him. I don't even know who's on the clock now. Who the fuck's on the clock? Oh, now it's the Ravens in it. Maybe they go for him. Not Malik.
Ravens? Nah.
No, not Malik. I mean,
Johnson.
Yeah.
Come find me. Someone drove me and strangled me with a boat.
I remember something about the night of the pie.
Destroy evidence. I won't be somebody's victim.
The NFL on Sky Sports is sponsored by 888 Sports. Hey everybody, Verizon Small Business Days is going ultra now through May 4th. Coming in. Or book an appointment online for some of our best offers on 5G plans, devices, and internet. The party out here by the fountain. Party going on in Las Vegas. All up. The last quarter of the first round is about to start. As the Baltimore Ravens, they chose 14th overall, took Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame, one of the top players on the draft board, fell all the way to 14th for him. Then, about 15 minutes after that, kind of a surprise, they traded back into the first round, 23rd overall with Arizona, and for that, they flipped the 3rd round pick, 100th overall, and Hollywood Brown to Arizona for that choice. And then they just traded away a couple of seconds ago to the Bills, moved 2 spots now to now make this choice that they have 2 games left on. There's been a lot of flurry of activity here. Hollywood Brown, it's interesting seeing him leave the building. They still like their depth that they have there. I don't know if there's a wide receiver that would be worth it here if you're the Baltimore Ravens, but you've already addressed the secondary with Kyle Hamilton. There's some interesting corners board. Andrew Booth from Clemson, and Gordon from Washington. What about defensive line? Devontae Wyatt's still there. You keep saying there's Jermaine Johnson's still there. He's my highest. I got Jermaine Johnson and Devin Lloyd. Those are my 2 highest rated players. I think that big guy inside with Devontae Wyatt. I think there's a lot of really good players in that front 7. Linebackers, defensive linemen, interior and exterior that have a chance to win some plays. It's kind of, I don't know, a head scratcher to trade back into the first round for a pick that was 10 picks away when they did it, right? Or 8 picks away when they did it. A long time away from when they did it. They picked at 14 and got right back on the board to come back in at 23. They must have had somebody that they had identified. Well, having been there, I think it's usually a handful of guys. When you look at it and say, okay, we like it. Maybe it's Karlaftis is in that mix as well. Maybe it's a Daxton Hill, who they don't know very well from Michigan. You like a clump of guys, and you say, we're going to get one of them. And remember, they lost all their runners last year. Yes, that poor day in the summer. Boom, 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 right? They also don't have a pivot and an interior front. Blocking up front. Play like a Raven also means running the football. That's also consideration. Okay, so the Ravens pick is in, and the Titans' original selection that they're about to use, they're about 90 seconds into that. Roger Goodell coming out for the 25th overall.
Gotta be John.
Linderbaum.
Center.
The first round here in Las Vegas.
He's the best center in the draft. I still
He's fucking hell. What is happening?
The Baltimore Ravens select Tyler Linderbaum, Iowa.
Once upon a time, I was in that personnel department, went to Iowa and got Marshall Dada. That worked out quite well. There's a great relationship between Ozzie Newsome.
In this instance, I think it's really strange because, like, you've got this guy sitting in his house, and you got Malik Willis sitting there, like,
Did he go to the draft as well?
chilling. Yeah, no, he was there. He was 100% there. I'm sure I've seen him in the.
Oh, that's shit, that ain't it? That
Isn't it?
that
Isn't
is
it?
so good. Is it like when Lamar Jackson he didn't get picked until the 32nd pick? Obviously,
Yeah.
he went as well. But imagine he didn't get picked.
Well, that's it. Yeah, and I think it's quite normal. Like it's a bit of a laugh for us, but I think it is quite normal that happens. No, it's just
No, he's just sat there with his family and shit, like chilling.
I know, but like when you think about it, the COVID draft, they were all doing that, weren't they?
Yeah, it was all in the houses, weren't they? Right, who's next? Who the fuck's next? Titans.
Titans traded away their pick, didn't they?
No, they got two, didn't they? They got this is their own, and then they got 18 off the Eagles.
That plays very well in the offensive line room, by the way. Who else was a great wrestler in last year's draft that was a center? Hey, Humphrey, there you go. Joe Cotton. Guys, this is the most Ravens draft of all time. I'm sitting downstairs with Kurt Warner before the draft. He's like, hey, who are
Jets.
your favorite players in this draft? And I was like, Kyle Hamilton, the safety from Notre Dame. I just absolutely love him. I think he's probably like 9-10-year all-pro style safety. And Tyler Linderbaum. He's a 10-year all-pro. You draft him, he starts from day one, and this guy can be a leader in your locker room as well. Not just a wrestler, all the quickness that you were talking about as well. He is farm tough. This guy is an excellent player. The Baltimore Ravens, Kyle Hamilton and Tyler Linderbaum, two of the best players in the draft. Of course. That's all you got to say. Thanks very much, Joe. Appreciate the thoughts. Jets just moved back in the first round, everybody. They flipped their best second-round pick tomorrow night. They have another one. And they swapped third-round picks, 69th to 101st overall. And the Jets will then flip their final pick in the draft, which is a fifth-round pick, 100th
I think, well,
Could they have just gotten Jermaine Johnson?
yeah, it's got to be Jermaine Johnson, surely.
They've got Garrett Wilson, who was my fourth player, and Jermaine Johnson's my ninth player. He's still out there. And those are the three positions that they really wanted to attack in this draft. This will be their third first-round pick. This dude's like, forget about it. I thought it was going to go.
Why have the Jets got why have these got no pick? How many picks have these got?
I mean, the last time the Jets chose three first-round picks was 2000 when they had 5. You know, so.
Have they just traded up then?
Gardner, fourth overall.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah, the Jets trade up to 26.
And the pick is now in with the Bucs.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Jermaine.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
What else could it be? We've been talking about it for the last 7 or 8 picks. How is this guy still out there? And it's a position of need for the Jets. And he hit a certain spot, and the Jets said, go get it. Remember last year, they traded back to get Elijah Vera Tucker, to get the guard to go with Zach Wilson, who's the quarterback. And Joe Douglas, experience with this and likes doing it. You go get Jermaine Johnson. Remember, you got to go chase down Josh Allen at some point. Coach, Jermaine Johnson was also at the Senior Bowl, where the Jets got a chance to see him up close, so they're going to know him.
So the Jets got Sauce and then Jermaine Johnson in the first round and a wide receiver.
Which wide receiver did they get?
Garrett Wilson.
It's a hell of a first round for the Jets.
That's class.
Maybe not at 4, but at 10 for the Jets. I thought absolutely he would be great for that.
So, what was the trade?
They'll have a second-round pick at the top of
The Jets get 26, and then 101, and then the Titans get 35, 69, and 163.
If they do go in this direction, think about Carl Lawson coming back off the Achilles injury. Quentin Williams inside.
I don't get it.
Here's the commissioner of the
I don't
Second
get it.
round.
first round.
Bit confusing, actually.
Here in Las Vegas.
The Tennessee Titans have traded the 26th pick to the New York Jets. With the 26th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Jermaine Johnson, linebacker, Florida State.
I think your Jets might be kicking the gas.
Look, I did not think there was a chance in a million years that they would come away with 3 top 9 players, at least as I see them in this draft class. I didn't see that happen.
And you got 2 heavy personalities that involved in it, too. You taking Sauce and Jermaine, styling and profiling as he walks that aisle.
This guy is a football player, Drake. He's not just a pass rusher. He is long, he is physical, he's aggressive. I marked this one.
Oh, Jaguars have made a trade and now on the clock.
What have they traded?
They've moved up to 27 instead of Tampa Bay. Don't know. It doesn't say what they traded so far.
So Tampa Bay have moved to the first pick in the second round.
Yeah. So there won't be a lot in that, I don't think. There's only 4 or 5.
To give this young man credit, Jameson Williams left Alabama, Iowa State, found his way.
I saw mock drafts. He was a top 5 pick. I guess that's why you're mocking.
I thought he might go out top 10 because I had him at 7 at the Giants, I had him at 9 at Seattle, I had him up 2 different places. The whole process, I had him and Kayvon Thibodeau next to each other. They're both going to be in New York. You think those careers might be tied together as they go forward with Jets and Giants fans to see who ends up being better of the two?
Lamar Jackson's just tweeted, "What the fuck?"
I know, I've seen that. Best reaction, is it?
And when you think of that size and length that he had, just reminded me of Daniil Hunter and what he's done in his career with the Minnesota Vikings.
Benjamin Johnson's fuming. Skipped all the shit teams at the start and then still ended up with the Jets. Nice suit though. Fair play. Oh, bad to pull it off.
Here's that swipe move using his hands. There's polish to his game. There's a reason why he had all that production. And watch what he does to Darian Kennard here at the end of the Senior Bowl practice. That's a well put together young man, Darian Kennard. He was the best blocker in the SEC last year. The Jets got a defensive front now, guys.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. They're very nice video. They just say that they should run for mayor. I mean, Gardner, and he also got a 2nd-round pick in their back pocket for tomorrow night at the top of Friday night. Alyssa, take it away.
I know you're excited. He's got a big smile and certainly has the style.
He's got a big fucking smile, so he's at least glad that his flight wasn't for nout.
Yeah.
You know, there's a saying, good things come to those who wait. When you were sitting back there, it give you a little extra motivation.
So, but I never thought I'd be jealous of the Jets, but here we are.
I know, but
we've had a good first round. I think it's one of the best first rounds I've seen.
Thanks, Melissa. So the
God, you'd be happy with that. You'd be over the moon. Absolutely over the moon.
Jags, Packers, Patriots, Chiefs.
To Tampa for the right to choose right now. The Packers, Patriots, and Chiefs behind them.
Who are they going to go for now?
As the first ever draft in Las Vegas, Nevada, is soon to come to a close. And what a night for the Jets. 4th overall, they go Sauce Gardner. And then Garrett Wilson, 10th overall. And then moments ago, Jermaine Johnson, Top 10 in so many people's draft boards. He just went to them. 26th overall. The NFL on Sky Sports is sponsored by 888 Sports.
What you did today is not a small thing.
Let's go, 19, let's move!
I need our help.
Jaguars traded up, landing the 27th pick and sending the 33rd, 106th, and 180th.
What, to the Bucks?
Yeah.
I need to go make a cup of tea.
Choose your epic with Sky Cinema. Fire it up. Whether it's high octane action heroes or venomous anti-heroes. And above, a fight for family. For fighting the family, Ninja Babies. A ghoulish blast from the past. Or a space saga from the future.
This is only the beginning.
There's an epic for everyone this spring on Sky Cinema.
The guy that was between a heart and other people was between a before.
I could feel the presence of divinity. Ancient being doesn't believe they are made.
She gave more money to that than entire hundred territories for this crucial sexual abuse. She was Charlotte and Joel and Smith. I am living none in those countries.
Family is all we got.
We stick together and we love each other.
It's when I come alive and I want to tell my story. You will judge for avoiding.
The championship running continues tomorrow from 7 live only on Sky Sports.
The NFL on Sky Sports is sponsored by 888 Sports. The Draft Tracker presented by Lexus for you to keep abreast of everything going on here in Las Vegas. I'm telling you, man, the first 10 picks, they went fast, and then the trades started coming fast and furious. Hollywood Brown traded by the Ravens to the Cardinals to move into the first round. A.J. Brown traded from Tennessee to Philadelphia to choose Taylor Burks. You see Jermaine Johnson and Jordan Davis. Oh, Irv, you are not drafted, sir, but
They went old school.
look at
that. You've got old school running going.
Well done, top forward. The playmakers. Look at that team going on behind us. Unbelievable. So the Jaguars are now picking. They coughed up the first pick of tomorrow night's proceedings, the 33rd overall pick, the 4th and a 6th, to come back into the first round and take this player to go along with the first pick in the draft, Devon Walker.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have traded the 27th pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the 27th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars
There's no one left there that takes a quarterback. Devin Lloyd. Again, I'm not quite sure why you trade up for that.
Who've they gone for?
Devin Lloyd, linebacker.
Yeah, I think you tackle him. You've seen him, Coach. Yeah, I've got the words just complete linebacker. Can blitz inside, can blitz outside, can cover. He's a great tackler. When he gets his hands on you, you go down and you go down hard. This guy's a really, really good football player and plays a special moniker.
Who's next?
Oh,
Green Bay again.
He's a special football player. University of Utah, Coach, they have done very, very
Kansas.
putting guys into the league. You compete against them
No.
every year now. What is it you think of the
Green Bay.
Well, you know, they do great.
The thing is, there's literally no point us trading up.
We've said over the years that, you know, when you play Utah, you like playing as two big
There's no one left who's going to take a quarterback.
He's one of those guys that makes the game really, really physical. He's going to golf county.
Well,
To join the Jackson
no.
Jaguars. They get John Hopper first overall.
Detroit Lions at 34, possibly. Texans at 37, possibly.
So you could trade up to like 33rd pick for the with the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks won't give that up. Not to a divisional rival as well.
No.
So it's Detroit for me.
Fred Warner is the comparison for me in terms of that range and length that he has. His ability to rush and cover. He's a unique player off the ball for Utah. He's very physical in the hole. We talk about stoppage. That's what you reference. He gets his
It wouldn't surprise me. Texans, maybe. Texans might. We haven't got that much to give up, though. That's the only problem as well.
And we have a lot of holes. Like our roster's very minimal again.
Yeah.
Which isn't an issue. You fill it with 1 year deals anyway, don't you? So it's not like it's major. We're not going to be competing. Like we know that.
No, we're not going to be competing. But I also do. I'm not convinced that we that we're going to be in that bottom 2 pick area where we take Stroud or Young.
I think, yeah, I know what you mean. I think we'd definitely be top 10 again, which is like, what, 7 wins?
Yeah, potentially.
Still looking at Jacksonville being pretty shit again. Lions probably pretty Jets probably better.
I think Seahawks are down there because of their QB situation.
Texans again, definitely.
Texans, yeah.
And they'll be definitely going for a quarterback.
Panthers.
Yeah. Who is their quarterback?
Still Darnold, isn't it? Pick is in for Green Bay.
Fixtures are out next week, ain't they? Oh, the London ones are.
Jordan, Aaron Lowe tragically gunned down and killed, and he brought that team together. He came back for one reason, and that was to do what they hadn't done at Utah, which was win a Pac-12 title. All he did is go out there, 22 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 4 interceptions, Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, and a Pac-12 title. He delivered because he's an emotional leader, guys. The Walter Craig Man of the Year award presented by Nationwide is the NFL Pride Matter, and this year's recipient was Andrew Whitworth.
Defensive tackle, Devontae Wyatt.
It's called an investment. You can apply those 3 things to any charity or cause you have a passion for. You can invest your time, you can invest your finances, or you can invest your voice. Doesn't matter which. We just have to keep investing in each other. Let your heart lead you.
all the way. Here's the National Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide. Drew Whitworth.
Chiefs are on the clock.
On the field, but they'll also make tremendous impacts in their communities. Nobody exemplified that more than Walter Payton. Named in his honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, is the most prestigious award a player can receive. Tonight, we are proud to have Andrew Whitworth, the 2021 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, here with us.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank y'all. Whose house? That's what I'm talking about. I am very humble and grateful to stand before you in 2021 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. I would love to thank the NFL, the Payton family, and Nationwide for everything they do to support players as we try to make positive impacts in our communities. When I look back over my time in the NFL and my career over 6 years,
Malik's dropping to the round 2. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
one of the most rewarding things about it was the platform I was able to build to help change people's lives with a lot of other teammates across the NFL and different organizations. And I want to take this opportunity to challenge the players of the NFL and encourage you and the prospects of this NFL draft. Take advantage of that opportunity. Don't let it go. Let's leave a legacy that lasts longer than just the game field. It shows who you are on and off of it to make an impact that'll last for generations. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, right. I think I'm going to call it because I don't think we're going to trade up now. I think it'll all happen tomorrow.
Same, I'm fucking knackered.
I've got to be up in fucking 3 hours.
Oh, I'm alright. I can sleep all day.
That's all right for you. Right, much love, brother.
No worries. See you later.
Have a good one, man.